Good morning, crew. Today we're going to talk about fasting. Intermediate fasting, Omad fasting. Let's just discuss it. For years and years I was overweight. I'm talking about like 340 pounds. Big fat belly and big old butt, high blood pressure, diabetes, the whole shabazzle of it. Though I didn't eat burgers, McDonald's every day, and I didn't eat Pizza Hut and all that stuff every day, it was what I was eating. Sugars, sodas, donuts, bread, pastas, and such things. So over the years I gained so much weight. The doctor told me I had diabetes, and I already knew I had high blood pressure, and he told me I had something called insulin resistance. I was in the hospital, and if you've ever had to take insulin shots inside your stomach, it's not a good thing to have to feel like you're dependent on that, to have to take shots in your stomach. I was in the hospital. Unfortunately, lost my big toe over it.
You poor fool.
Now, it's just a stubby reminder to start eating right, start living right. Again, the doctor told me that I was insulin resistant. Now, insulin resistant is a condition that your body doesn't respond to insulin the way that it should. Insulin is like a hormone that's produced by your body and by your pancreas. So insulin resistance can lead to high blood glucose levels. It can also lead to high blood sugar levels, weight gain, diabetes, heart disease, a lot of things that being insulin resistant can cause. Now, to fix insulin resistance, you need to do your lifestyle change. Losing weight is one of the biggest things. Eating a balanced diet, veggies, and proteins, fats. You need to cut all that sugar out. You need to get exercise, manage that sleep. You try to get at least 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep a night. They help improve your sensitivity to insulin. Now, insulin sensitivity is your body's ability to be able to absorb the insulin, and it helps your body and helps your liver and helps your body become less insulin resistant. It helps control your appetite and your diabetes and things like that. Now, a lot of this, I'm still new at this. I'm still learning these things as I go. I watch videos and I read things. Now, as far as insulin resistance is, again, it's your body's inability to absorb that insulin, absorb that stuff in your body. And a lot of this is caused by eating breads, any bread. You know, I had to learn this. And I thought, well, white bread's bad. I'll just eat grain bread, wheat bread. But wheat bread and grain bread is less trouble than white bread. It still spikes your sugar. It still causes your insulin to go up. Cereals, soda, candy, fried foods, McDonald's French fries. It's a good thing to stay away from that, because those are fried foods, and those are cooked in probably trans fats. So those will cause a blood sugar spike, and a blood sugar spike is something that you try to avoid if you have diabetes.
Oh no!
And they'll cause that insulin resistance to get worse. And as your insulin resistance gets worse, your diabetes get worse. Now, I'm a type 2 diabetic, and which means I can somewhat control it with diet, exercise, and stuff. I don't want it to become a type 1 diabetes. So, as far as diabetes and your insulin and all that stuff, insulin resistance causes, something called visceral fat. And visceral fats is like, you always wonder why do I have a fat stomach? Why can't I lose weight? Why can't I do a lot of work. When I work in the daytime, I do a lot of walking and stuff. Why can't I lose this stomach? And visceral fat is a fat not on the outside of your muscles, but on the inside of your muscles, on the inside of your body. And it wraps itself around your stomach and your intestines and your liver, and if you ever been to the doctor and they say, hey, you have a fatty liver, this is what they mean. They mean that inside your muscle, inside there is coated in fat, and your body can't burn that fat because it's telling your body that, hey, he's drinking this soda. There's a bunch of sugars from it. And that liver says, let's use this sugar and let's use this fat as fuel. So a lot of people drink sodas, a lot of people eat them sugary donuts or that sugary stuff, and they say, wow, I get this energy, but that's not real energy. That's like a sugar rush or something. So, it doesn't last. It doesn't allow your body to break down those fats that are inside your body. The fat on the outside of your body, you'll never lose that until you lose the fat on the inside of your body. Your liver breaks down something called ketones when your insulin is low. This is why I believe in fasting, and this is something new that I learned, because for years I was eating all that garbage and that junk, and I wasn't allowing my body to heal itself. I wasn't losing weight. And they said, hey, if you want to control that diabetes, you're going to have to get that weight off. You're going to have to lose weight. That way you can get that diabetes under control. Old Stubby there reminds me that every day I've got to lose weight. I've got to work on it. I've got to tone my arms. I'm getting flab under there, so I got to lift those weights a little bit. Don't have to do a lot, just tone them up. And no sugar. Cut them sugars out. So, and like I said, we talk about ketones. Ketones it's like a chemical in your body that your liver makes whenever you don't have any sugar in your body left. When your body starves itself of that glucose, that sugars, your body and your liver starts burning that ketone. It starts burning that fat as as fuel, and it causes insulin sensitivity. It'll allow insulin sensitivity, not cause it. This is how effective your body cells respond to the glucose in your body and the sugars for energy, leading to lower your blood sugar levels. If your body's full of all that sugar and all them cakes and all them donuts and everything else, and your body's using that for fuel, how are you going to lose weight if your fat inside there won't be able to go and won't be able to allow you to lose that weight? So again, this is stuff that I'm learning. I'm watching videos, I'm learning because I want to get my weight down. I want to lose weight. I also found out about how intermediate fasting and Omad fasting and fasting in general helps your body to lose weight, to get them sugars out, to burn that fat, to burn that stuff. And there's two different kinds. Let's get into it. We get in intermediate fasting, which is a fasting where you really don't eat for like 16 hours a day, and you only eat within an 8-hour window. Usually try to not eat after 6 o'clock. So you got all that time before 6 o'clock, those 8 hours that you can eat. You can eat your 2 meals a day, your lunch and dinner. And I don't mean go out there and eat, cupcakes and drink sodas for your lunch and your dinner. I mean, eat a reasonable dinner, no sugar, cut them carbs out, no breads, cut that stuff out, and you'll see. Now there's also something called Omad fasting. Omad fasting is where you fast for 23 hours and then you got that 1 hour to eat. Now with both of these fastings, you think, oh, how can I not eat for that long a time? Well, your body burns sugars and it burns fat and it does all that stuff and it helps your body up. It'll even do it when you're sleeping. So you don't eat in the middle of the night. Unless you do, you don't normally wake up 10, 11 o'clock at night. You don't normally wake up, go in there and get you some pork ribs or something, barbecue sauce, and eat them and then go back and lay down. You normally, when you go to sleep, you sleep. Sometimes you sleep all night, 8 hours. That's 8 hours from your fasting right there. You quit eating at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You got 7, 8, 9, 10. Usually go to bed 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say you wake up 6, 7 o'clock. That's 10, 11, 12. That's 13 hours that you've already fasted for not eating. Now all you have to do, if you want an intermediate fast, is just skip that breakfast. Go on till lunchtime. Give yourselves that 16 hours of not eating. First couple of days you might feel pretty hungry and you'll want to eat. Now go in there and eat your balanced breakfast at lunchtime, not breakfast time, and no sugar, no sodas, even diet soda, and no cupcakes, you stay away from cupcakes for a little while. And just try this. Try this intermediate fasting. Eating, 8 hours. You eat your lunch, and then you give it a little bit to eat your dinner. And now this works, and I'm doing it because I have diabetes. You may want to do it for your own reasons, just to lose weight, just to be able to lose those few extra pounds that you're going to gain over Christmas time. Now, I tried that. I tried it when I first started dieting. I tried the intermediate fasting. I would go to bed, sleep, wake up, feel better because I didn't eat late at night. And I said, well, let me just not eat breakfast, which sometimes I didn't eat breakfast anyway. Go through till lunchtime. Lunchtime comes around, 12, 1 o'clock, eat you something, scrambled eggs or something, or something like that doesn't contain carbs in it. And give yourselves a light lunch. Let it go. Dinner time. Go in there, eat yourself something else that doesn't have bread, doesn't have carbs, doesn't have all these sugars. It's hard to find foods that you don't have sugars in them, and you think, just a little bit of sugar's not going to hurt me. All food has sugar. Everything that you eat has sugar in it. It just depends on how much. You don't want to add sugar. Sugar's the worst thing for your body. I don't know why people say, oh, sugar this and sugar that. Sugar's not a good thing. So, you're not beyond. Grab something, pick up the label, read what it has on the back of it, read the ingredients, read the directions. Bread, we know has sugar in it, so stay away from your breads. So you'll find out 3 days. Just do your intermediate fasting. If you can last 3 days, a lot of people wake up and they go to work and they don't eat breakfast anyway. And a lot of people, when they come in and they eat their dinner, they don't usually eat after that. After, 5, 6 o'clock, they don't usually go in there and snack on food. So, try that out. Now me, I was doing that for a while, and I'm losing weight. And I started reading, started watching videos about Omad fasting, which means 1 meal a day. And I thought, how can I do that? Am I able to do that? Am I able to only eat 1 meal a day? So you eat for 1 time a day, you fast for the other 23 hours, which means if you're going to eat at 2 o'clock, which I usually eat at 2, and take my time, eat a meal, let the rest of the day go, keep yourself busy, exercise, walk, whatever you're going to do, sit down, watch TV, whatever, until the next day. And the next day, you don't think about it in the morning, you just do your general routine of not eating your breakfast, let your body go, and you'll find out how easy it is that time, that 2 o'clock window will roll around and then you'll be able to eat. Sometimes you look forward to that. Sometimes you say, okay, well, I'll just look forward to that 2 o'clock where I can eat. And you eat you something. Again, no cakes, no donuts, no sugars, no sodas. Eat yourself something. And you will find out within time, and I can't believe this, that I'm losing weight. I see myself every day, so I don't really see a lot of weight loss, but like I said, I was 300 and something pounds. When I walked through areas a lot of times, I had to kind of pull my belly up, old fat belly, and I kind of had to watch my butt. I wasn't able to get in these jeepneys and these trikes. They got these trikes here with the sidecars on them, and I was unable to get into them. I was like, hey, the fat guy in a little, tiny little area. So doing this Omad fasting, and I've been doing this, the 1 meal a day, for probably a month. Now there's the occasional time, once every 3, 4, 5 days, I do go back to the intermediate fasting, which is the 2 meals a day, but mostly it's the Omad fasting. And I found it's helped me out. I've lost my stomach. I haven't lost everything in my stomach. There's outside fat still there, but I'm able to wear my shirts now. When you walk outside and people look at you and your shirts are so tight and you're having to go to sweatpants because you're just so fat. And being in the Philippines, there's fat people, but most of the time foreigners, they look at you as, look at that fat guy over there. So this is helping me a lot. Each person has their own results, and like I said, I'm just learning these things. I was fat, out of shape, diabetes, garbage, all that stuff for years, and I'm just reminded every day that I need to prolong my health, prolong my body. Now, there's, other people that's more advanced on this, and there's also people like me who's did the Omad diet. They're trying and they're losing weight and they're feeling better about themselves. They're able to think better, because if you don't eat 23 hours, you're giving your body time to heal itself. You're giving your mind time to heal itself. You're not in that fog anymore. That like brain fog that's created by sugars. You think, oh no, I'm getting old. I got Alzheimer's. I've got brain fog. I'm getting dementia. No, a whole lot of that is caused from eating and drinking and eating that garbage. It's a shame they put on labels of certain foods. This food's good for you, and it's got omegas, and it's got this, and it's got all that stuff and things. They don't put on the side of donuts that, hey, this'll kill you, and they don't put on the side of those sodas that, hey, drinking too much soda will kill you. Now, if you're smoking, stop at smoking. Smoking does usually have labels on them, or they did, that says, hey, smoking cigarettes is going to cause lung cancer and cause you to die. Now, cigarettes, vaping, all that stuff messes with your lungs. It doesn't allow your lungs to breathe, and that breathing is part of dieting, and it's part of losing that fat and that insulin. So lay off that cigarettes, lay off that drinking. Everybody's there. I done lost a bunch of subscribers then. Lay off that drinking. Alcohol doesn't kill your fat cells. It kills the brain cells eventually, but doesn't kill fat cells. That drinking doesn't help you in your life. There's a lot of sugars in alcohol. a lot of things in alcohol that really shouldn't be. So I know a lot of people that went on the Omad diet and they said, well, I stopped drinking. No more drinking for me. I quit that and I see a change. Like cigarettes, it's probably hard when you first start, but after a while you'll see the change in it. And the change is much better than the old way it was. If you wake up and you look in that mirror and you say, oh no, here I am, I'm fat, people's looking at me, and I love my body, I'm this way and I'm that way with it, but other people remind me that, hey, you're fat and old and your face is all, what are these marks all over your face and things like that. And so let me talk about my Omad diet. People will eat what they want to eat, and they'll do what they want, even if it's that 1 hour a day. For that 1 hour a day, I eat eggs. I'll scramble me 5 eggs every day, and I'll put a can of tuna in it, put a can of sardines in it, sardines or tuna. I'll cut onions up, put in it, garlic, and I'll eat that. I'll eat that 1 meal a day. Now 5 eggs contains a lot of protein, and the cholesterol that's in eggs, I read about this. I used to think, oh, the eggs is bad for you and stuff, but I read about this. The cholesterol that's in eggs is good cholesterol. It's good for you. It goes in your body. It helps your body. And the protein that's in eggs, the protein that's in the tuna, and all of this, or the sardines, it helps your body, especially if you're only eating 1 time a day. You know, it doesn't matter what you eat at 1 time a day, as long as it's no carbs, as long as it's not sugars, as long as it's not all this garbage. Then your body has time to heal itself. Your body has time to say, hey, that pancreas has time to say, let's stop producing those sugars. And your liver starts saying, hey, let's stop using these sugars that are given to us in these sodas and donuts, and let's start using this fat cells that's surrounding us. Because, you know, fatty liver and all this, your body says, hey, let's take this fat and let's burn it as sugar. So you notice that change, and it's slowly, it's not overnight. It's not like the next day you're going to say, hey, I done lost 150 pounds. But slowly you're going to notice your shirts are fitting a little better, your shorts, that you're able to go through doorways and now having to pick your belly up, or your butt getting in the way of stuff, and everybody's saying, hey, big butt, get out of the way. So, you know, you'll notice every day, you'll notice that slowly your body's burning that fat that's around it. Your liver's burning that fat, the intestines, all that fat that's inside those muscles will start burning away, because it'll start saying, hey, we will use this as our fuel to fuel your body, to give you that energy. Instead of using that sugar rush that you get, we're going to use these internal fats as the sugar, as the stuff to produce the insulin, to produce the stuff. And you will notice the changes after a while. Now, whether you're doing intermediate fasting, because I did that, eat into 16 hours and then, eat into 8 hours and diet into 16 hours. Whether you're doing that or whether you're doing the Omad like I'm doing, both of those will allow you to enough time to your body to start burning that fat cells that's inside your body. And you will notice that you're looking better, you're thinking better, and, or for me, I mean, I had brain fog for a long time. I couldn't understand why I can't think, why I'm like walking in a cloud, if you've ever been through your day and you feel like I'm walking around in a cloud, and you're noticing that sometimes your body's just not right, then you can't think. It's like, say you're getting old, you walk in the kitchen and you're like, hey man, what did I walk in here for? I know it was to get something. Was it to get something to eat? Those are things that's caused by sugar. Those are things that's caused by carbs. Those are things that's caused by the stuff that you're not supposed to eat. And having diabetes, you don't want that blood sugar spike. You don't want foods, and if you'll watch videos and you'll watch things, carbs will spike sugars. Sugars will spike sugars. Carbs will spike your glucose, up to where it's above highness, and that keeps your body from being able to burn that fat. So keep them spikes down. Start learning to pick up bottles, pick up labels, pick up stuff, and pick up things and read the labels.
Nope.
Read the nutrition on it. Read the labels. Read how many sugars it has in it. Read how many carbs that it has, because you don't want those carbs in your body. You don't want that. Again, everything contains carbs, but you want to keep that out of your body. You don't want to get stuff that's loaded with carbs. You don't want to eat breads loaded with sugars, loaded with carbs. You don't want to eat noodles. Noodles is bread. Ramen noodles, pancit noodles, whatever kind of noodles, they will spike your blood sugar. Stay away from them. Rice, a lot of starches in rice. You wash that rice, get it clean and everything, but you can't get rid of the starches. Those have something called natural sugars in them too, and then starches is what's going to raise your blood sugar. So stay away from that rice. And this is what I do. This is stuff that I'm learning. This is stuff that I watch videos on every day about trying to, I heard you can eliminate your diabetes. I heard diabetes is everybody says, oh no, I got diabetes, my life is over. No. Once you get that insulin resistance under control, and then blood sugars under control, and that glucose under control, you talk to your doctor. Now, I was on metformin, which is blood sugar medicine. It causes that glucose to kind of straighten out, and on blood pressure medicine, and talking to the doctor about getting off of it because of this fasting. The fasting allows your body to heal itself. If you have blood pressure problems, it heals your heart. It causes that fat that's surrounding them areas to use and say, hey, let's burn this up as energy for your body. So talk to your doctor about things. I'm just me learning, just me doing it for my own health. But talk to your doctor about it. Ask him what he thinks about fasting for 16 hours a day, or like me, fasting for 23 hours a day. Or maybe you feel like you can eventually, like I'm going to try today, fasting for 36 hours. Now, I've done this before. I've fasted all night, fasted, and then at 2 o'clock I'm supposed to eat my meal. But if I can, which I'm sure I can, the willpower's in me, that I can say, hey, just skip that meal and let it go on around. Let that time go on around without eating. You can't hurt your body. You know, cavemen, I don't think cavemen starved to death in a week from not eating. I think cavemen knew that they get their meal and they get their energy and they eat and they killed that, I don't know, cougar, dinosaur, whatever they kill, and they get that energy from it, you know, and they know that maybe the next meal won't come 2-3 days later until they can, you know, scrounge up another dinosaur or, you know, a possum or something and kill it. So anyway, they did it, and people over the years fasted, you know, walked through the desert, not an animal in sight, and they had to not eat. So, and they was able to walk through the desert. You know, you think, hey, not eating, I'm starving, how can I walk through the... But that blood makes that energy. That liver produces that energy out of fat. And I don't know about you guys, talk to your doctor about it, but it helps me. And it's helping me. And we'll see how this 36-hour fast goes or so. If you want to learn more, and you want to learn more about fasting and how it helps your body and stuff, you know, there's several doctors. I could put their descriptions in my video. Jason Fung, he's a doctor on fasting. Eric Berg, he's another one to watch his videos on fasting and on keto diets and on carnivore diets, which is kind of what I'm doing, is carnivore, because of the meats. Just watch his videos. Dr. Ken Berry, same last name as mine, don't know if we're related, but he's been doing carnivore diet for years, and he's lost weight. He had diabetes. He's lost weight, got himself into shape, able to do the things. Dr. Pradip Jamnadas, I don't know how to pronounce that, but he's another one. He's another advocate for fasting and losing that weight, and losing that diabetes, losing that blood sugar, losing that stuff. My sister, she told me that, you know, she was diabetic, and I think she was having to take injections in her stomach, and she did the dieting, eating right, cutting out all that garbage, and she's a nurse, so cutting out all that garbage, and I think now she's good on her diabetes. I think she's conquered it or something, you know. But anyways, if you want to know about this, do your own research. Try it out. Try it out a day, then try it out for 2 days, 3 days. I suggest intermediate fasting to begin with, so you don't cheat. And eat that stuff. Eat them salads. It's okay to drink your coffee, black coffee, but do that stuff. And I hope some of this information helped you out, and if not, continue watching my videos, subscribe to my channel, and you will see over a period of, you know, might take a few months, you'll notice the changes in my body, how I'm losing that weight and things, and you'll see a big difference. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to tell other people that wants to lose that fat in their stomach and that belly fat. Tell other people about it. And I'll probably put more videos out, probably talk about more interesting things other than Omads. But let me know in the comments what you think about it. Okay, until next time, I'll talk to you later.